This is how to perform a compression test. The first thing you're going to want to do is remove the, on this particular car it's coil unplugged, so we're going to disable our spark. So we're going to unplug each coil on this particular vehicle. Just press the tab and pull these out. I've made it a little easier ahead of time. So we're going to go ahead and pull disconnect all the coils, and we're going to remove the coil from the cylinder, okay, and remove our spark plug. Remove our coil. And we're going to go ahead and remove the spark plug from the cylinder. Now when you typically do a compression test, you want to have all the spark plugs out, so you don't have any resistance and everything's open, so that there's no problems. But we'll just do it for demonstration purposes. We'll just do it on one cylinder. Go ahead and take your spark plug out. This has a one thing to pay attention to when you go to perform your compression test. You'll grab a adapter that will spin into the threads. Now you want to look at your spark plug and find one that has a similar thread depth. Okay, you have different size threads in the kit, so you might have a shorter one. So you want to make sure you find the right thread size, because sometimes it won't thread into the hole. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and thread that into the cylinder, and you want to make sure you don't get it too tight, just nice and snug. There's a nice washer, a rubber gasket that will seal this right here on the end. Okay, right there, there's a seal. Another thing you're going to want to do is disable the fuel as well. On this particular car, there is a harness that goes to all the injectors, so we just unplugged that harness right here. On other cars, you may have to pull a fuel pump fuse or a relay, or actually unplug manually each injector. Okay, the main idea is we don't want fuel squirting in the cylinder to affect our compression test. Another thing that you may have to do is manually open the throttle, so that we have a wide open throttle when we're doing our compression test as well, so we have a full amount of air coming in the cylinders. Okay, so once we have all that set up, we're going to thread in our compression tester and hook up our gauge. So the gauge on this is just a quick connect. Okay, we're going to go ahead and hook it up, and now we're going to crank the engine, and we're going to watch the needle. Usually around 4 puffs is where you'll see the pressure build as we go around, and once that needle tops out in building pressure, that's where we'll record our pressure. So go ahead and crank the engine. 1, 2, keep going. 1, 2, 3, 4, good. Okay, and so we stopped about 126 psi there, and so we would go ahead and take our measurement and go on to the next cylinder. And we want to make sure that our pressures are within 20% of each other, between the highest and the lowest. Another thing to look at is we want to make sure that the first puff is 50% of the last puff. So we can look at that again. Go ahead and crank it again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so you see we stopped again around 126, and the first puff was around 50, and we're sitting at 125. So we're within close to 50% on our pressure gain. So that is how to perform a compression test on an engine.